Welcome back to Crypto Odyssey, where we talk about all things crypto, from technical analysis to fundamental analysis, news, updates, XRP, BTC, you name it, we have it here. In today's video, we're going to be taking a big picture perspective, looking at the XRP chart on the weekly time frame and using a Fibonacci retracement tool. We also have some other items on the screen today. So I'm just going to take you through and tell you the story behind this chart. If we go to the very beginning of XRP's lifespan, we can see that XRP had this fast move, this violent move, aggressive move up till about 0.05. And this was a crazy move back in the day, something like 1,000%. And then we came back down and we consolidated. We formed this kind of rounded bottom before we had this second spike, which you might say is a kind of dead cat bounce before returning to the downside. If we look from January 2018, we have a very similar story. When XRP came down, it formed this rounded bottom, very similar to what we saw back after the all-time high in 2013. After the all-time high of January 2018, we had this rounded bottom before again having this spike up, the same as we did in 2015. Following that, we had this move down. One might say it's kind of an ABC or an Elliott wave triangle. However you want to describe it, we did have this very similar move down. And in this purple rectangular box, we have this consolidation phase. From roughly 2015, we were consolidating for around 686 days. And it was actually longer in this bull run. It was about 875 days. So we had this massive consolidation period where XRP was coiling up inside this massive triangle. And the same thing was what we were seeing over the past 7 years of consolidation, price just coiling up inside this massive triangle. And I was saying to people that history is going to repeat. We're going to see another huge breakout to the upside, because this is just price compression. This is like a pressure cooker where price is bouncing between resistance and support, and over an extended period of time something has to give. And based on the fundamentals of what XRP is offering and based on other technical analysis, we were predicting that XRP was going to be moonshotting. What is very interesting is what XRP did in relation to our Fibonacci levels, because we already have the same patterns playing out. We have this triangle coiling up. We also have this rounded bottom, both in 2014 and across from 2018 to 2020. And then we also had our rectangular box of consolidation in both bull runs. What's going to be different? Has anything actually changed? Well, let's take a deeper look at this Fibonacci level here. Because if we look, we can see that if we take a Fibonacci retracement from the high to the all-time low, which is this low right here of 0.02 roughly, if we take that retracement, then we can see that XRP first made a move just above the 1 level. And where did it go back down to test this support? It came back down to this 0.618. Let's just draw a yellow circle to symbolize that. And you can see that it just dipped ever so above and then came back down. I forgot to mention, the reason why we are on this line chart is to essentially get out all of the noise and we just have the closes. That removes all of the candle wicks that we might see in a regular candlestick chart. Taking into consideration what happened here, let's have a look to see if XRP is doing anything different or if it's doing the same. Now, if we look closely here, we have the same story. We have XRP breaking out of this purple rectangular box of consolidation and making a fast move up to this 1 level. And where did it pull back down? Well, it's pulling back down right now to this 618. and it looks like it is forming some kind of support. Now, it isn't perfectly touching that 618. It doesn't necessarily have to. I mean, it's nice when it does. However, this is still telling us some kind of confluence here, that we're seeing the same thing play out. XRP had this move just ever so slightly above the 1 level. Same thing is happening here. Let's just draw a yellow circle to indicate that. There we go. Cool. So looking at this is super interesting, because now this paints a different story. While lots of people are screaming that we are in this phase here, however, the only thing that we have in favor of that is the length of consolidation, which is similar to what we're seeing right now. And that's a fair argument. However, if we look and take into consideration all factors here, this is over a longer time frame anyway. So we're going to expect a larger form of consolidation rather than, because this is over what, 2,660 days, yeah, and to the point where we are now from the all-time high. So we're going to expect a longer consolidation period. Whereas if we look at the previous bull run, that was only 1,498 from the high of here to this high. Obviously, that's actually including this high of that bull market. We haven't got the high of the bull market yet. So that figure's not even as large. If we were to remove that, then it would be simply just 1,200 days. So we're already quite significantly higher than that. If we look here, we're already 2,600 days. So, taking into consideration that idea, we're already going to be experiencing a larger form of consolidation. So it is not implausible that we could actually be in this period here in March 2017, where we came above this 1 level and found support on the 618, as we have just done literally in January. And now we are consolidating as of present today above the 618. Are we going to see a fast move to the upside above the 4.236? Because that's what XRP did after. And then what did it do? Well, it consolidated above here. So really our green box, if we're going to be mirroring history, is going to be consolidating above this 4.236 level around $10. Now, you might say that this is Hopium, but is it? Because we're just dealing with Fibonacci levels here, and we're not seeing anything that is crazy in my mind. The fundamentals are there, the utility is there, the ETFs that are being stockpiled, the regulatory clarity that we're soon to expect coming into fruition. On top of that, 7 years of consolidation. I mean, call me crazy, we could be seeing significantly higher prices, because if we are to draw out this move from the 4.236, which was again about another 1,000% move, and if we draw out 1,000% from here, you know, this is where you get crazy numbers. This was just a little bit of a thought experiment, because having a look at this chart, it looks very similar. I don't think it's implausible. So anyway, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a thumbs up, subscribe for more videos just like this. I'm going to be making daily updates covering XRP, Bitcoin, ADA. Please leave a comment down in the description below. Do you think that this idea or this theory is extraordinary, or is there some kind of argument to it? Leave your comments in the section below, and I'll see you in the next one.